Today, we're diving into a day in cricket that didn't just break records, it completely shattered our ideas of what was even possible in the sport.
It's a question we all wonder about, right? What's the absolute limit? And every once in a while, an athlete just shows up and does something so unbelievable, so far past what anyone thought was normal, that they redraw the map of what's possible.
Well, on January 18th, 2015, that's exactly what we saw. You had commentators literally struggling for words because, honestly, what they were watching was just ridiculous. All right, so let's set the scene. We're at the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg. It's the big annual Pink Day match. The place is packed, buzzing with energy. And South Africa, they are absolutely cruising. They've already built this huge score. And with only about 11 overs to go, out walks AB de Villiers.
And you could just feel this wave of dread wash over the West Indies. The commentators said it perfectly. This is the last guy they wanted to see right now. I mean, de Villiers was known as the most explosive batsman on the planet, and he was walking out with a total green light to just go for it from his very first ball.
And oh boy, did he attack. What came next wasn't just hitting the gas. It was like strapping a rocket to the game. The first world record that fell? That wasn't even the goal. It was just collateral damage on his way to something truly historic. You know how batsmen usually take a few balls to get their eye in? Nope, not here. No warm-up, no feeling out the pitch. His first scoring shot was a boundary. His second was a six. Right away, he sent a clear message. I am here to score, and I'm going to do it faster than anyone has ever seen. And the way he did it, that's what was so mind-blowing. This wasn't just swinging for the fences. It was this incredible, almost audacious, 360-degree skill. The coaching manual tells you to hit in that classic V down the field. Well, AB de Villiers threw that book out the window. He was hitting the ball everywhere, turning the entire field into his personal playground. How do you even set a field for that? You can't. The pace was just dizzying. Fours, sixes, they were just raining down all over the stadium. The crowd was going absolutely wild, and you could see the West Indian bowlers were just shell-shocked. And before anyone could really process what was happening, he'd reached his 50 runs in just 16 balls. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. 16. The old record was 17, and he didn't just edge past it, he obliterated it. A brand new world record. And this is the crazy part, this was just the warm-up act. So with the fastest 50 in the bag, you could feel this new thought start to bubble up around the ground and in the commentary box. Wait a minute, could he? Could he actually go for the big one? The fastest 100 ever? A record that most people thought was basically untouchable.
Okay, so just to put this into perspective, the world record was 36 balls. De Villiers was already on 50 from just 16. On paper, the math seems insane, but he was scoring so fast at such an astronomical rate that suddenly the impossible started to feel, well, inevitable. And he just kept accelerating. It was staggering. Get this, between balls 16 and ball 26, that's just 10 deliveries, he smashed another 32 runs. By the time he faced his 30th ball, he was on 94. The record was right there. He could almost touch it.
And this brings us to the moment. The one that would be burned into cricket history forever. The whole stadium, everyone watching at home, you could feel a collective held breath. So here's the setup. He needs 6 runs for his 100. He has 5 balls left to beat that 36-ball world record. At this point, it wasn't a question of if he'd get there. It was just a question of when. Could he do it on this next ball?
He didn't need 5 balls. He didn't even need 2. He needed 1. He launched the very next ball for a massive 6, and that was it. History. The fastest 100 the world had ever seen, in just 31 balls. You could hear it in the commentator's voice, just total disbelief and awe. He called it a sublime performance, and he was right. This wasn't just a great knock. It was an exhibition, a masterclass.
But here's the thing that's just completely bonkers. He wasn't done. Not even close. With the biggest record in the book now his, he just kept his foot on the gas and took aim at another huge record.
I mean, this just tells you everything about his mindset, right? One world record isn't enough, so he starts hunting for the record for most sixes in an innings, which was 16, and he just kept launching the ball into the stands until, you guessed it, he tied that one too.
At this point, you could hear the commentary team just felt bad for the bowlers. They went from cheering to almost feeling sorry for them. One of them just came out and said it. This is completely unfair. And it was. It was like he was playing a video game on easy mode while everyone else was playing real life. So when the carnage finally ended and his innings was over, what did the final stat line look like? Well, frankly, the numbers are still kind of hard to believe.
Okay, check this out. 149 runs off just 44 balls. He hit 16 sixes, tying the world record. And his strike rate? 338. A strike rate of 338. To give you some context, a really, really great T20 player might aim for 150. He was scoring at more than double that rate. It works out to almost 3.5 runs for every single ball he faced. That's just insane. The commentators nailed it. He was like a machine you just couldn't turn off. For those 44 balls, AB de Villiers wasn't just playing cricket. He was a force of nature that literally bent the sport to his will.
And that really brings us back to where we started. Because in innings like this, it does more than just put a new name in the record books. It completely changes how people see the game. It raises the bar for an entire generation of athletes. And it just leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What other impossible limits out there are just waiting for the right person to come along and smash them to pieces?